Hello world! Don't say yes until you watch my video. I wish people told me this stuff years ago. My name is Katya Hawk and I hope my videos make your life a little bit easier. So I've been there twice. First time I was married to a high school sweetheart about 10 years. And second time I was married 15 years. So I know what I'm talking about. But you need to evaluate things before you say yes and jump into it. But maybe first time you can just do it because you're young, you have breeding hormones. I call it breeding hormones. When you don't think, uh, like when you cannot think, when you're so in love that you would do anything. You would get married, you would do all the servings, all what wives could do. So this video mostly about um, men, but I think anyone can watch this and find something for themselves. So let's talk about 5 things that you should evaluate before you say yes and jump into marriage. First thing, you have to think, you have to look his potential worth dreams. If he lays on the couch every evening and talking to you about big plans, how we're gonna travel, we're gonna make so much money, then you don't have to work, we'll just travel everywhere, or I'll buy this car, like what car do you like, like my dad was that way. He was for years, oh, you can choose the car when you're 18, I'll buy that car. And I was seriously taking it, um, I was taking it seriously. And I was picking the car and we were talking about that, but it never happened. Never ever happened. So about your boyfriend, just think, does he have a potential? Does he do steps and actions towards his goals? Or he's just dreaming about it and talking your ears off just to get you in, and then he wouldn't do anything. He will be on the place he is now if he doesn't take any actions. So please watch for actions, not just for conversations. And thing number 2 is his surroundings. Look at his friends and his colleagues. Are they the same level as him? If he is above his friends, that's definitely his ceiling. If he's on the same level with his friends, I'm talking about income wise, place in life, career wise. If he's the same level as his friends, it means that he's comfortable and he will never jump higher. Like, don't think that you're gonna be his motivation to go higher in life if he's on the same level with his friends, because he might not want to lose his friends. Maybe he likes the company he is in and he'll be always there. And if you see he has a couple friends who is very successful and he is looking up to them, he doesn't judge them the other way, the opposite. He says, oh wow, they're so successful, like let me implement some of their strategies, that will help. So I think that's a very big indicator of his or her surroundings. And number 3 is a big thing that hit me hard. Number 3 is how he behaves in conflicts. So if you never fought before, you probably should find some kind of argument and see how he's gonna behave. No one ever told me to look for that was my biggest failure, I think. My second husband was very aggressive in fights and he never was apologetic about it. He always was very firm about his boundaries, but he would always cross my boundary, but he would never let his boundary to be crossed. So watch for conflicts. Uh, is it a communication both sides so he can listen to your opinion and then maybe make some changes? It doesn't have to be every time. Maybe once in a while he will take your point of view and sometimes you can take his point of view. Or it always one-sided. In my relationship, it was always one-sided. If I agreed to anything, like from the colors of the walls to raising kids, if I agreed to what he was saying, it was friendship, peace, love. But if I would voice my opinion, even not even argument, that would be a big deal in a conflict. So also look for signs if he maybe went a little bit over in conflict emotionally. Just look at the next day, couple days after. Does he feel apologetic? Does he feel bad about it? Does he try to make you feel better? That's very important, because I remember in my first marriage, that was funny. We would disagree on something. I was more open in my first relationship. Like I would a little bit, I don't say confront his opinion, but I would voice my opinions more. But he would get up, I would get upset, and he would say, "Okay, whenever you're not upset, just come and talk to me." Like he would never apologize. He would never, he like, no, he just, whatever, you upset, just work it out. Do you believe that? So one more thing, number 4, I would say, do you feel like you have to motivate your boyfriend, your girlfriend? Do you feel like you're pulling them with you? I can tell you for sure that things not gonna be better. Whatever you have now, it will be just little bit on a slippery slope, little bit worse. Over years, it's just getting worse, and maybe it can stay the same, but you cannot change your partner. Just don't think like everyone thinking, oh, I just will change him. When he's with me, he's such a better person than without me. No, don't think that. You should you should be on the same level, or he should be above. Otherwise, you're pulling, and someday you'll just get tired of it. You'll say, no, like I cannot do it anymore. I want to follow someone. I want to look up to someone, not constantly motivating and making things happen. No, no. And thing number 5, what you can test, you can visualize the person without you. How he or she gonna be just without you. Can he cook? Can he clean? Can he wake up himself? Like little things. Does he go for a walk? Like would he go for a walk without you? Like does he need you, or does she need you to assist in life? Like, or that person is independent and just have you as a partner and just sunshine in life, happiness, or that person needs someone to constantly like motivate. No, we don't want that. And in general, before you say yes, think why would you do it? Like why to do it officially? Do you want to have regular sex with a person? You can have it without marrying. Or maybe you want partner to walk with, like always have someone on your side. It's not the proper reasons. Like you have to find the reason to do it officially. I'm not saying first time you can jump and divorce, but still those signs. Also, I would add one my parents said, but I didn't listen. They say look at the signs of alcohol or drugs. It might be all fun when you're young, but if it continues, it might create many problems. So in marriage, mostly when you have kids, when the person wants to have fun, continue to have fun, and you have a kid, nothing fun about that. So to finish this video, I wanted to say one more time the 5 signs you can look before you say yes. And first one, does is person realistic or a dreamer? Like think about that. Productivity versus dreams. Number 2 is surroundings. Is he comfortable on the level of his friends, or he looking up to someone? Very important. Number 3, how he behaves in conflicts. How apologetic he is if he wasn't right. Can he admit that he wasn't right? Number 4, do you have to constantly pull him so he can catch up to you, or he can do it on his own without motivation or muse? And number 5 is take yourself out of the relationship and see was the person on his own. Is he the whole, or he needs someone to fill the void and space? And it might be you or might be someone else, but better marry the whole person who you can implement and help him be a better person. So don't think you're ever gonna change anyone. It just doesn't work that way. Believe me, I've been there, I've seen it, and I wish the best for you. Thank you for watching my videos, and see you later.